And we are live. Guys, what a big couple of weeks it's been in the world of esports. Today, very exciting episode. We have Owie 2000, the first Canadian and only Canadian actually to win an international. He's one of the most influential pro players that Dota 2 has ever seen. He's coached and played professionally for over 20 teams over the last, I think 9 years or 10 years. And he's also been one of the most interesting panelists, I believe, to listen to when it comes down to breaking down the games. He worked on the international that just passed in Romania, and I really enjoyed his breakdowns and just his opinions on things. I really enjoyed Owie on the panel. There's been some big news in the world of esports as well. Like I said, we've had Team Liquid and Coinbase. They recently striked a 4-year partnership. FC Barcelona enters League of Legends. So we have PSG, LGD. We have FC Barcelona now. Lots of things happening. It's a very exciting time to be a esports fan. And with the Christmas break coming up, it's going to be even better, I assume. There's going to be lots of stuff happening. There's more tournaments that are starting to pop up here, there, and everywhere. Roster changes in the Dota 2 world, which are really exciting. In the Rocket League world, BMW have struck a deal with those guys. So the Immortals, I believe, moves to Great Lakes. And it's just a great time to be a fan. And I will leave you with one of the best players, coaches, personalities, and people in the Dota 2 world. Ladies and gentlemen, Owie 2000. All right, Owie, thanks for coming on the Esports Hour today. It's a pleasure to have you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How are you feeling now? A month's passed since the TI. I'm assuming you're home now and everything's settled down a little bit.
Yeah, I'm home now. Everything's okay. I mean, a bit bored. There's not much Dota going on, so just looking at pubs, seeing what's happening there.
Now everything, like I said, has settled down. I did see you mention it when you were hosting the international panel, or when you were on the international panel, sorry. You were talking about being a little bit iffy. I felt you wanted to go back to the pro scene as a player, and I felt that you didn't at the same time. You said you wanted to work on yourself a little bit, and it's quite hard to do as a pro player when you have, so many scrims and so much practice to do all these kinds of things. Will we be getting a chance to see you on the Dota Pro circuit again this year as a player?
I don't think I ever had any intention of playing again. I think it was just like at TI, the question was phrased like, are you never going to play again? And it's hard for me to say something so definite. But I don't have any current intentions of playing.
Right. And intentions for the next year, do you plan on staying on the panels and the analytical side of things? Do you plan on making more?
No, I'm going to be coaching a team this year.
Nice. Do we have any news on what team that's going to be yet?
I'll announce it when I sign a contract, I guess.
Nice. And are we getting close to that? Is it looking pretty definite where you're at with that now, or is it still quite iffy? Awesome. Okay. Now, we've had a lot of roster changes, obviously, happening. It was just announced that the closing of all the roster changes happens on midnight on the 21st of November, I believe. I just read on the Reddit. We've had Saska and Sumail obviously leaving OG. What are your thoughts on where they may end up? Do you have any predictions of where these boys may end up?
I mean, I don't feel like I'm at liberty to say where they're going. But like for players of that caliber, it'll be like they'll have people asking them to play, and it'll be whichever one they think suits their playstyle the best.
Right. And with news of Zai leaving Team Secret, obviously, and coming over to Team Liquid, which is a really big change, I think that's a really good move for Team Liquid. How do you think that Zai is going to fit into the team right now, playstyle wise? You are, like I said, you've played and coached in over 20 professional teams. You're probably one of the people whose opinion I respect the most on this kind of stuff. Where would you see Zai, kind of fitting in with Liquid? Do you think it's going to be a really good fit?
I mean, I think throughout Zai's career, he's always very easy to play around. Like he's very adaptable, and he's good at making his teammates look good. So I don't think Team Liquid's like announced their full roster, but I'm sure like if you're getting someone like Zai, like the roster will be very strong.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think there's ever going to be a problem with a player like Zai not fitting into a team.
Yeah, someone with that much experience, obviously,
It's just
he's
like
going to be welcome anywhere.
Yeah, no, it's not that. It's like a playstyle thing. Like how Zai plays, I think he can fit into any team. Like for example, like I don't think like Artesian Sumail, like they won't fit into any team you put them on. But I think Zai will.
Yep. Okay. And with again the recent changes post TI, we did have the new hero Marci that's been introduced, and she's been in the game for a little while now. Again, as being one of the most analytical people in the game right now, how do you see her playstyle kind of solidifying into the game right now? What position do you see her most efficient at, and what kind of playstyle do you see her being best at right now?
Well, when Marci was added, she was super broken. So regardless of position, if a hero's super strong, you just put them on position 1 or 2 because they have the most priority in terms of resources on it. She's been toned down a little bit. Personally, I think she's 3 position or 4 position. She has like a lot of control and like mobility, and she has a good steroid for your carry. So I think, but honestly, she's still on the strong side in my opinion. But I think 3 and 4 is where she shines right now.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of the pro players, delve into her, and I've seen her from position 1 all the way to position 3, 4, and it seems like you said she is overpowered. She's working everywhere, which is why I wanted to ask you that question. Back to the international again. Also, with Team Spirit being such a young team, obviously there's still quite a few teenagers in the team. Do you think it's possible for these guys to solidify what they've done this year at the international and possibly repeat next year in the international and win a game?
I mean, of course it's possible, right? Like
Right.
like if you ask me, like at TI10, I don't think Team Spirit was the best team at TI. Like I think LGD was the best team, but like the best team doesn't always win TI. Like a lot of competitive Dota comes out down to outside factors. Like on that day, Team Spirit was the best team, but I think I'm not too sure you could say that for the entire tournament.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like the same at TI5. Like EG was not the best team at TI5, but we won that one. It's not like a slight against Team Spirit. It's just the reality of the situation with competitiveness. Like they probably had a high percent to win the tournament, but not as high as LGD, I think.
Yeah, right.
Repeating a consecutive one, like their players are still. It seems like they're still playing a lot of Dota. Like Yatoro played a lot of pubs. He hit rank 1. Even Toronto, Tokyo, and like they're all playing a lot of games. So like that makes that higher percent, but like sure it's possible, but honestly like no one really knows.
They're really committed, and I think a lot of their fans would like to see them do it again. Being one of being an international winning support player when you were with EG and TI5, one thing that I did want to ask you also, when you were playing a support in a game that has high stakes, what's the best mindset, or what's the most important mindset you think is to have?
I don't really know. Like it depends on your team. Because different teams require different mindsets and players have different roles. Like that I think the general mindset that everyone's responsibility as a pro player is like to do their portion and then to try to go above and beyond that and help their teammates perform better. I think that's generally a pretty good mindset, but I don't know if there's like some optimal one for any given team. Like a lot of competitive Dota and teams is about finding ways like for your skill set to best fit your team and then adapting to that. It's not like there's some carpet like best options for like mindset or like playstyle like that.
It seems like from what you've been saying today, when it does come into playing a game of Dota with high stakes, whether it's professional or whether you're at 12k MMR, chemistry in a team is something that seems to be one of the most important things.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think like we're talking about mindsets. Like maybe for some support player, he needs to have like a calming mindset. You need to like make sure you're taking the high percentage fights, and maybe in another team, you need to support that like ramps his team up and gets the ball rolling, and they feel like they're snowballing off some pressure. And it'll depend on the players themselves and the players on the team. But I think like as long as like your foundational skills are good, I don't know how to phrase it. Like,
Howdy, and I thank you for coming on the Esports Hour today. Do you have anything coming up in the next month or two that you'd like to share with us? I saw you were doing some in-game hosting with Piri and Flax recently. Are we going to see any more of you guys casting together soon?
I don't think so. I think they only have the in-houses like not that frequently, so I'm not too sure how that works.
Right.
I don't really have anything I'd like to share coming up. Sorry.
No.
There's just like a, I don't know, like a downturn after TI, right? Like nothing's really happening.
Yeah, it goes real calm, which is why I've been really enjoying just touching base with people, seeing how their experience at TI was, seeing how it is now afterwards, and with all the roster changes, it is an exciting time. Personally, Owie, I just want to thank you. I mean, from my time trying to explore a career in esports, from casting and doing this, you've been one of the most approachable people and one of the nicest people out there with the best opinions, I must say. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for just being so approachable and such a mad dude. And I look forward to hearing what team you're going to be coaching soon.
Yeah, no, thanks, and good luck. It's a hard industry to break into it, but I think it's really rewarding. So, yeah,
absolutely. Thank you, Howie. Have a great day. Wow, that was great. I tell you what, I was super nervous for that interview. Howie is someone that I've been watching and looking up to as a Dota player for years, and as this is something new that I've just started, I got to admit, I was almost shaking. I want to thank Ali for coming on the show. We have some really exciting guests planned that'll be coming up soon. From the Dota 2 world, we'll be having Jenkins in the future, Sir Action Slacks, and Piri Flax. So I know all three of those guys will be doing it at one time or another. I've got Jenkins on Discord, so sooner rather than later for him. He is a chaotic child, though, so we'll have to see if we can nail him down. The man is a wild card. He's hard to nail down, but we will get there. Guys, thanks for tuning in to the Esports Hour. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It's my goal to escape the 9 to 5 doing this. It's my passion to be an esports journalist. I want to bring you the newest news and best interviews that I can. So smash that like and subscribe, and we'll be back soon. Thanks for watching, guys. It's Funk Styles here, and I'm out. Peace.